Hello my friends, a warm welcome to my channel today and to this practice where we will be focusing on the element of earth. So this is part of a 4-week series where I'll be merging astrology with yoga to help model our practice and also bring some inspiration. So in astrology, every single zodiac sign has an element. So that would be earth, fire, air, and water. So when we talk about the elements, they're sort of like archetypal energies. So if you feel like you need a little bit more action and movement in your life, then what we're going to look to increase is the fire, to increase your vital energy. If you need to slow down, connect to your emotions, connect to your creativity, then we tap into water, and then earth is very much about grounding. And that's what we're going to practice today. So you might be wondering why I'm standing up. Well, basically, connecting to the earth, to this planet reality, also means connecting to our bodies and being really present as to how we occupy the environment we are in. Because our body is material interacting with all the material around us. So we can only be grounded in reality once we are grounded in our bodies. So we're going to look to practice things that particularly bring us down to earth and work with this region here, which is very much linked to our adrenals, where the base chakra is, and it's linked to our physical body and the lower limbs, which we will work on too. So if you think about it, before civilization, or civilization as it is, our legs were the instruments we used to run, probably to hunt, and even to run from danger. So there's a lot of power and energy in there, and a lot of potential also to bring us back to reality, to touch base, So, find your way onto your mats, and we'll get started. As promised, go ahead and find your way to standing position. And roll your shoulders open here. Allow them to drop down the back. Send the palms to face forward so that you open your heart. You broaden through your collarbones. And press your feet into the mat. Maybe lift up through the tippy toes so you can really feel that engagement. And use that to lift up your kneecap. If you don't really know what that is just yet, then activate the thigh muscles and tuck in your pelvic floor. Lower the tailbone slightly. And breathe here in Tadasana. So this is a very powerful pose. It might seem very simple, but once we engage all of our muscles, really open through the shoulders, engage the legs, then we are very active in this pose. And we start to feel our whole bodies. And from this space of contact with your body, start to notice your breath. Notice the areas of your body that your breath flows into. And notice those areas where it feels like it's a little bit stiff or a little bit restricted. And just begin to observe how your body receives air, how it contains your breath. Wonderful. And from here, we're going to go ahead and open the eyes. And we're going to start with a breathing exercise, which I really like because it's all about letting your weight go to the ground. So it's called beatbox breathing. And essentially what we're going to do is we're going to start by inhaling. And as you exhale, before you exhale actually, you're going to come onto your toes. And as you exhale, you're just going to let the heels drop. And you're going to do that 3 times. So it's going to be And notice that the shoulders are also heavy, the arms are floppy. So it's about leaving your body as floppy as possible. So let's go ahead and do that together. So we're going to inhale. stop there. Let your breath out. And we're going to do that one more time, but this time we're going to add in a little hop. So we're going to... So let's start together. 1, 2, 3. Inhale. And let that go. Close your eyes here, return to your Tadasana, open through the shoulders. And notice the sensations around the body. Particularly notice the space around your rib cage and your chest region. And as you breathe, feel your heart, feel your chest elevate. And then from here, what we're going to do is we're going to widen our stance by stepping the legs apart. And then from here, we're going to bring the hands to the hips. We're going to roll the shoulders open. Inhale. And as you exhale, lean halfway forwards. Open up the arms in a T. Really send the crown of the head forwards. And then what we're going to do here is we're just going to tap the hand on either side of the mat. So what you're doing here is you're bringing opposite hand to opposite foot. So you're twisting here. And just give a few taps there. If you can't reach the floor, go ahead and go for your leg or your foot. And continue breathing. Make sure you really touch the earth and feel that contact. Go ahead and enjoy it. And come back to center. This time place the hands underneath you. And start to walk the hands slightly forward. For you, it might be just an inch, just a centimeter forward even. Or you might go a little bit further. So just go with what feels nice. And feel that stretch across the back as you send the tailbone forwards. I mean, in this case, we're sending the tailbone back and up, sorry. And breathe. And inhale, walk the hands in, bring them underneath your gaze. And what we're going to do is we're going to place the left hand directly beneath our face. And inhale the right up. Reach up really tall. One breath here. And exhale, release. Other side. Placing the right hand underneath your face. Inhale the left arm up. And exhale, release. And then from here, what we're going to do is we're going to start to shift towards the right side. And we're going to send the right toes forwards, coming up on the back toes. And we'll find ourselves in runner's pose. And from runner's pose, take a moment to shift your body back towards the left, but stay facing forwards. And this time come into a side squat. And this time I'd like to encourage you to keep your hands on the ground so you stay connected here. And start feeling the left groin, the left leg opening. And then slowly transition back to center. Release the head, the shoulders for a second. Maybe shake the head out. No, yes. And then go ahead and start shifting towards the left side this time. Pointing left toes forwards and finding your runner pose. And then begin to shift back to the right as you send your left toes to face the wide edge of the mat and come into your side squat. Remember, you can use the hands here, and I encourage you to do so. You can also grab a block to give you some extra support. If you need to, you can always come onto your fingertips also. And breathe here. And then come back to center. Again, release the torso. Shake it out. Wiggle any knots out of the body. Any knots in the neck. Wiggle the jaw a little bit too. Release there. And then inhale. Come halfway up. Exhale here. And inhale, come all the way up. And start to heel toe your feet in towards each other, until you have them about the distance of your hips, so they're in line with the hips. And what we're going to do here is roll the shoulders open again, and then we're going to lift up the right leg. And we're going to start sending it out to the side, and we're going to stretch out the leg, as if we were pushing something. And maybe even think of yourself, a bit as a clown, make yourself feel a little bit silly here. Have fun with it. And move around, you lose your balance, and you come back up. And then we raise the foot again. And stretch it out. Whoop. And return to center. Shake out the hips. And we're going to do it on the other side. So begin lifting up the left knee, open it to the side, and then go and give your best clown kicks here. And I'm sure I probably look pretty silly. But go ahead. There's the fun in it. Yoga's not about how you look, but about how you feel. And then return to center. Shake out the hips. And you should be feeling a little release here, a nice sense of space. And then what we're going to do is we're going to start peeling the right foot off the ground, bringing it to the ankle. And if you're comfortable here, then bring it a little bit higher up. If you want a little bit more, then go ahead and place your hands behind the foot and behind the leg. And then bring it to your groin. So we're going to come into tree pose here. Bring your palms to heart center. And you can keep them here, or you can open them up like a tree. You can even bring them into cactus. Find the variation that suits you, and find a fixed point to gaze at, and breathe here. And I'd like to invite you to reflect on the metaphor of a tree. So it's like our feet are our roots, and they're connected to the ground, and they reach down towards the ground, whilst our head and our arms are like our branches and our leaves, and they reach up to the sky. So we have this dual movement, stretching the whole body and growing tall. And then exhale, slowly release. Shake out the shoulders, bend the knees, and switch over to the other side. So bring left foot over ankle, over the calf, or grasping the back of the foot and the leg, so you can open up the hip here, to then place the foot on the inner groin. And choosing your variation of hands, holding your hands and your arms in the way that feels comfortable to you. And remember, be firm through your roots and be expansive. Allow the chest to open as you grow tall towards the sky with your head and your arms and your shoulders. And then exhale, release. Roll up the shoulders. And give yourself a few neck rolls here. Release any tightness across that region. And make sure you roll out the other way also, if you haven't done so already. And come back to center. And from here, we're going to widen our stance slightly, so it's a bit wider than the hips. And we're going to turn the toes out slightly. And as you exhale, bring your palms to heart center, and then start bending the knees to come into a squat. So you can adjust accordingly. If you feel like you've got a fair amount of space, then bring the feet in slightly. If you're struggling a little bit, then widen. And if this feels quite inaccessible, then go ahead and place a book or block underneath each heel. And press the knees into the elbows as you send the elbows out. And notice how that helps you drop through your tailbone and lift up through your heart. Opening up through the groin region also, through the base of our spine. And then from here we're going to plant the left palm down in front of us, and we're going to hook the left armpit inside the left leg here to help us twist. And then exhale, release, switch over, and this time twist towards left fingertips up to the sky. And exhale, release the center. And use your hands to help yourself come down onto your mat. And allow yourself to lie down here. Hug the knees into the chest. And gently rock side to side. And when you're ready, you can choose to stay here, or you can go ahead and grasp the outsides of your feet, coming into happy baby, and draw your tailbone to the earth. Press the shoulders in too, so your spine is in contact with the ground that supports you. And start balancing, side to side, giving your back a massage. Make sure that you're drawing the feet and knees down so you can really open up through the groin region. And then exhale, release, hug the knees into the chest again. And hopefully you feel that nice space opening up through your hips, through the groin. Enjoy and embrace that. Connecting to our earth is also about enjoying the pleasures that come with our body, which is a physical, essential body. So the information that our senses bring to us are also a source of pleasure. They're also a source of pain, but with pain also comes learning. And it's about enjoying what we have. And our bodies will always be with us. So instead of doing Shavasana today, we're going to practice an alternative resting pose. So we're going to come to lie down on our bellies. And what you're going to do here is we're going to kind of place the arms at an angle, and we're going to bring the left knee up and left elbow towards left knee, and then placing one hand on top of the other. And then we're going to rest the head over the hand. And just breathe here. Tap into the weight of your body as you go heavier. And feel the earth beneath your belly as you breathe. Connect to that sensation. Maybe even take a moment to, why not thank the ground that holds you every day, that you walk on every day, and that, as in this case, you also lie down on sometimes. And then inhale back to center. And we're going to quickly do the other side. So go ahead and do the same thing. So we're going to bend right leg, draw right elbow to right knee, and then place one hand on top of the other, and the head on top of the hands. And again, let your body just grow floppy. And trust the earth to support you. And with trust, slowly you allow yourself to relax and release. Because a lot of stress and tension is really not being able to stop and allow oneself to relax, even when we have the time. So we need to just trust and surrender to our bodies and, let our bodies do their thing. And as you grow heavier and heavier, your mind also grows more quiet. And you just notice your body relaxing in places that maybe have been tight for a long time. And just notice how just surrendering to the weight of your body can help you release knots you've been holding for a very long time. And then deepen the breath again. Come back to center. And go ahead and find your way up to a seated position. And bring your hands over your knees or place them in your lap. Close the eyes. And connect to your body. Notice how it feels to inhabit your body today. And know that no one will have that same sensation as you. And take a moment to enjoy the uniqueness of this experience of being you in this particular body at this particular time. And we'll close our practice acknowledging this gift that we have, this vehicle through which we move, through which we work, through which we create and enjoy our lives. This body that allows us to paint, allows us to practice sports, to express ourselves by moving our lips. And just acknowledging everything that we can do thanks to our bodies. And how we can express ourselves in our environment through our bodies. And we finish our practice here. Namaste. If you've enjoyed this video, I'd like to invite you to subscribe to my channel and maybe give a little like below. You're also welcome to leave a comment and let me know how you're feeling. And I look forward to seeing you next time.